Hey guys, welcome back to the Danger Planet, and today we're going over the second session recap for the Malifaux Narrative League. Okay, everybody. So, Session 2 just finished out strong. We'll have the results up on the screen in a second. But special thanks to everybody who played and reported their games. We can't believe the amount of support that the community has been giving this, and we're having such a great time seeing all the results pour in, and we can't have done it without you. So, thank you. And the moment you've been waiting for, this week, the Session 2 results were taken thoroughly by the Explorer Society. The Arcanists are still going strong, so they're currently in second place. And last session's second place, the Bayou, have slinked down into third. The Outcasts seem to have squeaked by just ahead of everybody else, and the other four factions are all sort of following up the rear. And as for what Malifaux City looks like, at this point the Explorers have moved into Cold Street, and the Arcanists have taken over Stranger Keep. So just keep repping your factions, folks, and make sure you're reporting your games. That way we can have your faction, or the faction that you care the most about, take the territory in the Malifaux City. And next on the docket, we have the achievements that happened for the first time in the second session. So we had Thorndevil, who got more explosions with Wong 2, Keith D, who got Beast Feast with Lord Cooper 2, Kirill, who got a fair fight with English Ivan 2, Calder got Pub Crawl with Lucius 2, Xavier got All Bow to the Autumn Queen with Titania 1, Turtle Club 13 is back on the list this week with Get Over Here with Jackdaw 2, and Dakota the Emperor got Heart of the Cards with Yoko 2. And a couple special shoutouts this week. Firstly, we had Rich Butler, who unfortunately for the second week in a row was beaten by a matter of 1 day to an achievement. Just missed the Wong 2 explosion achievement. And the specialist of shoutouts to Keith D, who is our first person in the league and currently the only person in the league to have gotten 3 firsts achievements. There's a bunch of people who are tied for 2, so keep plugging away at those achievements. And if you need to figure out what they are so you can aim for them in your games, make sure to check out either our Discord or the Defective Dice Discord. And just like last time, we had a bunch of people respond with some notable shoutouts from their game, and I'm going to cover some of them now. Nathan and Remy were playing a game where Remy's Lady Justice wiped almost the entire board except for Pandora. Keith played a game against Pookie's dad where he used Sonya to keep burning the bad juju every time it came back with his demise aura, which is quite rude. We had another game with Neverborn involved where Xavier was playing Titania and the Gorar, top deck to 13 to turn into a Malisaurus Rex the turn that it died, the turn right after it died, which is super cool. Always gotta love some Gorar. I was playing a game as McMorning against Chris, one of our local players, playing Misaki, and Ototo survived needing to spend a Soul Stone 3 separate times, each needing to prevent 3 damage, and managed to do it, and then also was still alive at the end of the game, and stayed at 1 health almost like the whole time. We had another game where a Metal Golem off the rails action resulted in charging a Corpse Candle and then not killing it and having to waste its entire action to kill an insignificant model. Dakota reported a game where Yoko managed to kill both Hannah and Eric in a single activation. We had a crazy match between Sandeep and Dreamer where a golem killed Chompy, Chompy came back and killed the golem, Chompy died and tried to get resummoned, but the opponent red jokered to stop it, which is the only card that would have prevented it, and Sandeep apparently died to Coppelius, which is not super surprising, that guy hits like a Mack truck, and then Serena Bowman died to stop a score on being taken hostage. So like all kinds of crazy stuff between Sandeep 2 and the Dreamer, I think, won. We had another game with Asami and Masaki versus Dreamer 2, and there was a Katashiro in this game that had 8 Flicker tokens on it before disappearing, which is insane. And we had a Bass game that only scored his turn 2 Cursed Objects point because he nuked the mobile toolkit from 12 inches away and needed to red joker damage to do it. And lastly, we had a crazy game between Hamlin 1 and Lady Justice 1, where Benny basically managed to murk the Brutal Emissary by doing a 9 damage swarm them, but then died to Lady Justice, but unfortunately Hamlin had 6 injured to give her, so she died to chip damage from orphans. Thanks so much, guys, for the shout-outs. They're not only a bunch of fun to read, but I think they're one of the coolest things that's going on in this entire league. So please keep all the cool shout-outs coming. When you have something awesome coming in your game, take a couple seconds to type it out in the league reporting forum. And then lastly, let's talk about the scenario for next session, or this session, because it starts today. So firstly, this session is going to last from Monday, February 27th, and it's going to go until Sunday, March 12th. This time we'll be playing on flank deployment. The strategy is going to be plant explosives, and the schemes will be breakthrough, sabotage, let them bleed, vendetta, and harness the ley line. So you can find all of these in the app if you just hit the all rule sets button in your game creation, but if you want a bit of a quicker step, you can just go ahead and scan this QR code, which will automatically import the scheme pool for you, and then you'll be able to join an opponent or play the game solo on the app however you normally do. And that's it for the Session 2 recap. So at this point, you should have everything you need to go ahead and get out and play in games for Session 3. If you have any questions, feel free to post them down below, but a better option would be to jump into our Discord or the Defective Dice Discord, where we have a bunch of awesome people communicating and talking about all the cool stuff that they're doing in Malifaux and a bunch of other games. So check out those Discords, but make sure to keep an ear here on the planet for everything that we have going on with the Narrative League going forward, and have a great rest of your day, y'all.